Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. If you're headed to Walt Disney World soon or maybe planning your vacation, you probably want to learn a little more about early theme park entry. This is just one of the many perks you receive when you stay on Disney property. And by the way, other hotels in Orlando will qualify you for early theme park entry. I'll put the link to the full list in the description below, so even if you're not staying exclusively on Disney property, see if your hotel is on the list. And while you're looking for the link, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notifications when a new video comes out. Thank you so much. Anyway, let's move on to the details of early theme park entry so you can be prepared. First, early theme park entry allows resort guests to enter the theme parks a half an hour earlier than other guests. A half hour may not seem like much time, but you can get some things accomplished before it gets even busier. There is no lightning lane during early theme park entry, so rides are fair game for everybody. When you enter, just head to the standby line of your choice. However, take note that not every ride is open during this time. For the first half hour before the park officially opens, only select attractions, shops, and restaurants are available, so make sure you plan ahead so you don't start heading to a ride or shop that is not open yet and waste your precious time. I'll go through the list of rides open at each park in a bit, but my advice for you would be to go to the rides that tend to get super long lines during the day. By doing this, you can avoid the hours-long possibility later in the day, or head to those rides that have single pass Lightning Lane. That way you don't have to pay more if you bought Lightning Lane multi-pass already, or simply go to a ride that's on your priority list. The Disney website does give a disclaimer that the available rides may change and it's not guaranteed that they will be open. Always check your My Disney Experience app, even on your way to the park. Check to see if anything is temporarily closed so you don't head in that direction when it's not available anyway. Also, something to keep in mind is that you may be able to get into the parks before the half hour. Things won't be open for you to do then, but you can get through security and head to the section of the park where you want to start. Or get as close as you can so you're able to get in line once that half hour time starts. Most of the Disney transportation should be starting to run 45 to 60 minutes before the early theme park entry time. So, if you want to maximize your time, check the schedule and get to the parks as soon as you can. Animal Kingdom has the least amount of rides available. Avatar Flight of Passage, Dinosaur, Expedition Everest, and Navi River Journey. Now, obviously things might be different on your day, but I'll do my best to give a little advice from experience for each park. If Avatar is a priority and you don't want to buy a single pass Lightning Lane for it, you probably want to head there first. Most people do this, so the line will still be long during that time, but you won't have the Lightning Lane feeding into it, so hopefully it will go faster than later in the day. If you have a Lightning Lane for Avatar later, another suggestion would be to head to Navi River Journey right away. This line gets really long, so if you go right away, it'll just be a walk-on. One more option for this park would be to head over to Expedition Everest or Dinosaur first, if you don't care about the rides in Pandora or if you have Lightning Lanes for them. They aren't too far from each other, so go on one and then head straight to the other. The lines shouldn't be too bad first thing in the morning. Epcot has 8 rides to choose from during early theme park entry. Frozen Ever After, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, Mission Space, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, Soarin', Spaceship Earth, Test Track, and The Seas with Nemo and Friends. These are all excellent rides for the most part, so where you head first will depend a lot on what rides are on your priority list. Cosmic Rewind is a single pass Lightning Lane ride, so that may be a good place to start, and Test Track just reopened, so that may be another place to start. However, the other rides on the list have the potential of getting a long line later in the day. You need to ask yourself what you want to do. Or if you purchase Lightning Lane Multi-Pass, then that might help narrow down where you would start. The 2 on this list that I don't see getting a super long line are Spaceship Earth or Mission Space. But it also depends on what season you're heading to the parks. The other thing at Epcot that you need to take into consideration is what transportation you're taking in the morning. Skyliner, monorail, or bus. The monorail and bus are going to drop you off at the front of the park, and the Skyliner is going to drop you off at the back of the park. Make sure you look at a map according to where you enter the park. If you're getting off the Skyliner, jumping on Remy's is a really fast option, and then you could head to Frozen. However, if you're at the front of the park right away, going to Remy's first is a long walk, so you want to get to the park as early as possible if this is where you want to start, so you aren't using a chunk of your early theme park entry just walking. Epcot is really the only park where transportation will affect the first decisions of your day. Hollywood Studios has 9 rides to choose from for early theme park entry: Alien Swirling Saucers, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Smuggler's Run, Rock and Roller Coaster, Slinky Dog Dash, Star Tours, Rise of the Resistance, Tower of Terror, and Toy Story Mania. Alright, let's be honest, most of these rides are going to have a long line later in the day. This is the park where priority makes a huge impact on where you start. Just tell yourself right now that you probably will not ride everything at Hollywood Studios in one day. From the list, I would say that you probably don't have to worry about rushing to Alien Swirling Saucers and Star Tours. Rise of the Resistance requires a single pass lightning lane, so if you don't want to spend that extra money, you could head there first. And if you decide to purchase multi-pass lightning lane, then this will help you with process of elimination for where to start your day. Slinky Dog Dash has a good majority of its line outside in the sun, so that line can get really hot if you're waiting a while later in the day. However, if you're going during a busy season, then some of the other queues may find their way outside too. So I apologize if I don't have any concrete advice on Hollywood Studios. I think you do have to make sure that you make a priority list with your family before you arrive. Remind everybody that you can't do everything, so we'll do what you can. Try to set expectations so no one is disappointed. Magic Kingdom will have the most rides to choose from during early theme park entry. So this is another park where you'll have to do some chatting with your family before you arrive. The following rides are open during this time: It's a Small World, Astro Orbiter, Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin, Dumbo the Flying Elephant, Mad Tea Party, Mickey's PhilharMagic, Peter Pan's Flight, Prince Charming Regal Carousel, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Space Mountain, Barnstormer, Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, The People Mover, Tomorrowland Speedway, and Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid, as well as Carousel of Progress. Like I said, that's a lot of rides open for early theme park entry at Magic Kingdom. But did you notice a common thread among these rides? These rides are located in Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. This will help you start heading in the right direction when you arrive at the park. You may want to consider just starting in one of these lands and doing as much as you can before the park opens. I will say that some of the rides on this list probably won't have too long of a line later, or it's just a fast-moving line. I don't know if you need to worry about heading to Barnstormer, Dumbo, Voyage of the Little Mermaid, the Carousel, People Mover, or Mad Tea Party. You may not have to worry too much about Astro Orbiter or Carousel of Progress either. Mickey's PhilharMagic is a show that could be saved until later in the day. However, if you are traveling with littles and some of these other rides you can do and want to do, that's okay. Get them checked off right away. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is a single pass lightning lane, so I know a lot of people head there right away to avoid paying the extra money. The rides I haven't mentioned yet do have the potential of getting a long line later in the day, so make sure you think about what you really want to do. And again, if you're getting multi-pass, this will help decide which rides you should head to first. So those are a lot of ride options for early theme park entry. There are also some restaurants and shops open, but you may need to look ahead of time. If you're heading to a Starbucks or Joffrey's location, you're probably safe since a lot of people need their coffee fix first thing in the morning. Some other locations with breakfast options may also be available too, but a lot of places are not open right away. Don't be alarmed when you walk past a lot of closed shops and eateries. A lot of the main shops will be open at each park first thing though, so if you're someone who just wants to experience the park atmosphere right away, you can spend your time perusing the gift shops if that's something you want to do. A lot of people will be heading towards the rides. If there are shops or restaurants that you're interested in checking out first thing, make sure to check their hours on the My Disney Experience app. This will help you plan out your morning and know what is available for you. And like I said before, check your app to see if any rides, shops, or restaurants are temporarily closed that morning. My last comment on early theme park entry is to watch the directions from the cast members. Since only some of the rides are open, they may point you in certain directions. You may also be required to scan your Magic Band or ticket a second time after entering the park. Just keep your eyes out for them and listen to any guidance. They know what they're doing. I hope this helps explain one of the many perks offered to Disney resort guests. Early theme park entry is a great thing, especially if you're a morning person. And personally, mornings at the parks is my favorite time of day. The calm before the storm, before the rest of the waves of people come in. It's very peaceful during this time. Thank you so much for watching Optimistically Disney, where we love all things Disney. Have a great day.